because linebackers and safeties have kind of gotten maybe smaller for the position as a whole because they're prioritizing speed more. Can you see that kind of thing transitioning, whether it's the raw fullback position or some of the concepts?
I can see it. I mean, if these OCs stop trying to outthink themselves and just take the easy answer, you're absolutely right. They have gotten smaller because quarterbacks and OCs are going 5 wides and they're trying to spread it out. So they want athletic linebackers, athletic safeties, and that means that the 250-pound Keo Spikes of the world, Kendrick Bells of the world, Jeremiah Trotters of the world, even Ray Lewis got up to like 245, and he was a pretty big dude, slimmed down, near the end of his career. But those big old linebackers, it's a thing of the past. And frankly, I like it. I like it when they're small and they try to be all nifty and shifty and get around because I just hit them in the mouth and they fall over. Those other big guys, man, I got headaches going against the Keo, like third, fourth quarter. I'm like, you good? You're like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Are you good? And we both are not good. Both got like 5 concussions just from hitting each other.
Oh, man.
And we can't go to the side because it's, the 2007s, 8s, 9s, 10s, and no one's letting you say timeout. I think my head hurts. I have a concussion. That wasn't even something a fullback or a linebacker could even say. Like, you'd be blackballed if you were show you were soft by admitting that you had a concussion and couldn't see straight. But no, I'm hoping that it comes around and coaches realize, or the league realizes, that getting a decent fullback, getting a great fullback and running against these small guys gives you the advantage.
As everybody knows, we are talking to former Ravens, Falcons on All-Pro fullback Ovie Mughelli. Ovie, you look at the CTE situation with the NFL, and it's crazy. We've talked to a lot of NFL players, a lot of ex-NFL players, and they've all told us that the NFL did this all wrong. They didn't look out for the players, these former players that have helped build the game for what it is today, and where it's really gone. And when it comes to contracts, new CBA, contracts that they got, new TV deals, everything happened because of you guys, the older players. And then with the CTA came out, they tried to ruin this doctor that was trying to help you players. And then all of a sudden, when push came to shove, and they were trying to make excuses and throwing everything under the rug, then the players tried to sue the league. They winded up giving the players $100 million, which was not enough. They still don't want to give players, what is it? Insurance, guaranteed insurance for the rest of their lives. Meanwhile, you have Roger Goodell making, him and his family have insurance for the rest of their lives. He's making $45 million a year. He has his own jet for the rest of his life, even if he's not the commissioner of football. What are your thoughts to the way the NFL has treated these former players that deserve a lot better from what they have gotten?
I mean, it's a shame. It's unfortunate. Baseball players, got guaranteed contracts, and basketball players guaranteed contracts, and insurance for the lifetime. Football players, after 5 years of retiring, it's done. It's cut off. Like, you're on your own, and it was a little bit scary. Luckily, and the older players have it really bad. Like, we have a health reimbursement account, a health savings account, where they put some money in there. But all right, after 5 years, I'm using my HRA account, and I'm watching it go down. And I'm, I've been using it for about 6-7 years, and I'm done. I'm out. Like, I got no more money in that thing. So I gotta, luckily, one of the companies I work with, they have health insurance, but a lot of guys don't have large companies they're working with that fully cover their health insurance. And so they're just paying out of pocket. So it's insane that with all the money the NFL makes, they can't find a way to take care of the people who built this multi-billion-dollar business for them. If the NFL doesn't want to do it, the owners can do it for each individual team if they wanted to. And it's not going to change their lifestyle at all. So I just don't understand why they say they love the players. They say it's a player-driven league, but they don't do what's best for players. They say player safety is the biggest thing for them. They're adding extra games, and we're telling them that this is going to add more injuries. It's going to add more concussions. This is going to, affect these players in a negative way when they retire and they're playing 17 games a season versus 16. And they're like, yeah, but we took away a preseason game, so we're even, right? No, we're not even. That's not how this works. So it's it's sad. It's unfortunate. I hope that maybe a light bulb goes off and one of these owners decides that they're going to set a precedent and say, if you come to the Raiders or you come to the Chiefs or whoever, we're giving you lifetime health insurance. We don't have to. NFL's not doing it, but we're doing that. That will change a lot when it comes to free agency and places people want to go work for.
So we've seen the most extreme case of that this year with the Dolphins, the way they've handled Tua Tagovailoa so far this year.
Disgusting.
Tua came out last week and said that he was practically unconscious when he got knocked out in that game, and he doesn't even remember getting knocked out. So, how hard do you think the NFL should punish the Dolphins organization for this kind of thing?
They should set an example, because teams will keep on doing this as long as you allow them to do this, because they're like, oh, we're doing so well. Like, we're on a run. Like, we don't want to take Tua out, and all these rules, and had all this, kumbaya and song and dance about how, we're going to take care of the players, and concussions is something that, we should report. And, we're going to police these teams by having independent third-party NFL person or doctor, make sure the players are good to go. None of that actually worked. If the team wants the player to play, they will jimmy rig whatever they have to do to get the player to play. And it's going to keep on happening if they see that they get a slap on the wrist. Because if it means winning a playoff game or, a pivotal matchup, they're like, yeah, we'll take the fine. We'll deal with it. So I hope they do something that's extreme. So the Dolphins, more importantly, the rest of the NFL is like, if a guy has a concussion and can potentially, hurt himself badly, or die by getting a second one back to back, we're going to keep him out. Not just because we don't want our players to die, but we're also going to get severely fined and severely punished, and it's going to hurt our team in the long run.
As everybody knows, we are talking to former Ravens, Falcons, All-Pro fullback Ovie Mughelli. Ovie, when we look at the game as a whole and the transition, and everybody talks about how the game has changed, it's become a quarterback game. Everybody said, when in the 90s, it was a defensive game and a running back game. Then it transitioned into the wide receivers and quarterbacks and the prima donnas now. You have these wide receivers. They want more money. Look at the offseason that we've seen. These wide receivers, the money they got. There's also Tyreek Hill gets traded. He makes money. All these different guys that are making money. Obviously, Adams goes over there to the Las Vegas Raiders, and he's making the biggest contract in wide receiving history, the crazy amount of money that he's getting. So you look at the league and you look at the game, and now these quarterbacks, if you put a finger on these guys, you could be suspended. You could get fined. A 15-yard penalty could cost your team a game just by hitting the quarterback. And now they're saying if you lean on them or you lay on top of them when you hit them, that's a penalty. What the heck is this game turn? You might as well make the game flag football. It's a baby game now.
Dude, I'm just glad I don't play defense. Like, I am so happy I don't play defense. Even when I was playing ball, I felt bad for the defenders. I would tell my guys, Sean Witherspoon was my homie. We still hang out. And a couple other, Thomas DeCou, a couple other defensive guys, even John Abraham. I tell them, like, man, y'all can't do nothing. Like, nothing. Like, how in the hell do you sack a quarterback and you hit them and all of a sudden you don't lay your body weight on them? How do you matrix yourself to not fall on top of them if you hit them dead on? Like, what it's insane. It's not even doable. Some of the rules that they have, like, everyone saw Grady Jarrett sling Tom Brady down, and we were having a big comeback versus the darn Bucks, and that stopped our momentum because they're protecting Tom Brady. And we've seen that tackle happen on several quarterbacks. Grady did it like the next game, sacked somebody, rolled him up, and threw him to the ground, because you can't let these quarterbacks go. Even some of the old ones, they'll put a hand down and keep on running. And then what then? You gonna blow the whistle, calm down? So it's an offensive league. It's a quarterback-driven league, and they're protecting the quarterbacks. I get that to an extent, but it is so overboard now that it's difficult to play the game, especially if you're on the defensive side. It's difficult to actually be aggressive, because just watch. Like, everyone's afraid now. You watch these defenders, and they are giving these quarterbacks love taps. Like usually, oh my gosh, back in the day, you would make sure that quarterback felt that hit. And if he threw the ball, you would just deck him, knock him out. Now they're stopping so early. And I get it because they don't want to be the reason that the ball comes back. You get an interception or you stop him on downs and all of a sudden the play's extended, the drive's extended because you tap the quarterback, you touch the quarterback. So I don't think it's good for the game. I know what they're trying to do, but I think it's going to hurt the game long term if they keep on going in this direction.
I couldn't believe it when I saw that Grady Jarrett one. He was literally trying to roll over to get away from him, and he just happened to
and no body weight. He threw him down, got up, straddled him, ran away. They called a foul or threw a flag on that. I was furious.
The game has become like a pee-wee football game. That's what it's become. And I don't care what. I know Tom Brady complains. I feel bad for Tom Brady. I'm not a Tom Brady fan, but this is a guy that decided to come back from retirement. He's playing for a crappy team. Him and his wife are getting a divorce now, all because he decided to go back and play the game because he loves the game so much.
You better win a Super Bowl. If you're going to get a divorce for coming back to play football, you better win the damn Super Bowl.
That's what I said.
They got to trade him to the 49ers.
They might not even make the playoffs.
They'll trade him to the 49ers. He'll win over there.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're losing to the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
And you should be winning a Super Bowl. I didn't lead yourself for this to lose to the darn Panthers.
Oh, it's
DJ
horrible.
Walker.
I feel bad for him because a guy that should have just retired. He had one of his best seasons last year, and you thought he was going to ride off to the sunset. He just got a $350 million contract. He's the highest paid analyst in sports history. I mean, why would you go back and play football? You had everything. You had your wife. You had this big contract. You have all your businesses. You're making millions and millions of dollars. Why the hell would you go back? Because he loved the game so much and he loved his players. And then he's losing and he's getting a divorce. I just feel bad for the guy. I really do. And he looks just not healthy. When you watch him on the field,
he looks unwell.
Yeah,
he looks unwell, and none of us know what's going on with him. But it looks like, again, not going to speculate, but it looks like something's going on.
Yeah,
like, even if it's a small, he's just not eating well, and his TB12 is going to the extreme. But his face looks sunken, his eyes look sunken, his skin looks different. He doesn't look well. So I'm not surprised that he's not playing at his best because you got to have muscles to play the game, and his seem to be eroding away.
I think so too. I don't think he looks well. I've said that to Speedy over here. I say it on the show all the time. There's something up, and even when he did his press conference when he came back. He was in that sweatshirt. He just didn't look like Tom Brady.
Not at all.
Not even a confidence level on the field. He's yelling more than we've ever seen him do it. He's not the same quarterback. And
he's 45, by the way.
Yeah,
he's 40-5. Like what are you doing playing football at 45?
It's not the money. It's not the money. You don't need it.